International presents James Stewart and Audie Murphy as the McLaine brothers of the wild high country, riding different trails, following different codes.
They're making up a supply train in the yard. I want you to ride it with $10,000 in your pocket.
That's a pretty big gamble on a man that gave his horse to a thief, isn't it?
Co-starring Dan Duryea as Whitey Harbin, ruthless leader of the Boomtown Plunderers.
I was boss, we wouldn't do it.
You ain't boss!
Diane Foster as the Camptown woman, Charlie Drew.
If you want me, take me away right now. Oh, please, please take me.
Elaine Stewart as Verna Kimball.
Was a time when you were interested in me.
A man likes to know his woman will back him when he's down, and you didn't.
And Brandon DeWilde as Joey, a pawn in a grim struggle.
Is this what you want to tell me?
Go on, move!
Night Passage, a roaring, lusty drama of Boomtown days, told in the story of two brothers moving toward a deadly rendezvous deep in the mighty gorges of the Great Divide.
So you don't want him in, huh?
No. I didn't buy what he had to sell then. I'm not buying it now.
Funny thing, I want him in.
If I leave here, that boy goes with me.
Joey? Why do you want him?
Maybe for the good of his soul. It's been a long time since you heard that word, hasn't it?
You'll get that money even if you have to kill your own brother.
Night Passage, 1957. A Western with a unique blend of suspense and action. Anthony Mann's 1957 Western, Night Passage, starring James Stewart, isn't your typical gunslinging, black hat versus white hat affair. While it features elements common to the genre, a rugged frontier setting, a looming threat of bandits, and a protagonist skilled with a gun, it delves into a more complex and melancholic territory. Night Passage is a story steeped in regret, loyalty tested by circumstance, and a difficult path towards redemption, all set against the backdrop of a bustling railroad struggling to connect the isolated communities of the American West. It's a film that lingers in the mind, less for its action set pieces and more for its nuanced character portrayals and exploration of moral ambiguity. Stewart, at the height of his career, embodies the character of Grant McLaine, a former railroad security man haunted by a past failure. We meet him strumming his accordion, a surprisingly fitting instrument for a man grappling with internal turmoil. McLaine is no longer the confident lawman he once was. He's a man burdened by the consequences of a difficult decision he made to protect his brother, Utica Kid, Audie Murphy, a notorious and ruthless outlaw. This familial tie, a bond twisted by circumstance and personal choices, forms the central conflict of the film and provides the moral compass against which McLane's actions are measured. The film opens with a sense of urgency. The railroad is desperately trying to complete its line through the unforgiving wilderness. The community of Ryland, the intended end-of-track station, is dependent on the railroad for survival, relying on it to bring essential supplies and connect them to the outside world. However, a gang of outlaws, led by the enigmatic and ruthless Whitey Harbin, Dan Duryea, is systematically robbing the payroll shipments, threatening to derail the entire project. In a desperate attempt to safeguard the next payroll, the railroad hires McLaine, a man whose reputation precedes him. He's known as a skilled marksman and a resourceful operator, but his past clouds his present. The railroad superintendent, Ben Kimball J.C. Flippin, is apprehensive but willing to take the risk, recognizing that McLaine might be their only hope. Kimball represents the unwavering belief in the potential for good, even in flawed individuals, a cornerstone of many classic Westerns. McLane's mission is simple: escort the payroll safely to Ryland. But the journey is fraught with peril. He's entrusted with the safety of Joey Adams, Brandon DeWild, a young boy who is mysteriously attached to a large sum of money and remains unusually silent. Joey's silence hints at a deeper story, adding another layer of intrigue and emotional weight to McLane's already burdened shoulders. As McLaine navigates treacherous terrain and evades Harbin's gang, he also begins to uncover a web of deceit and betrayal within the railroad itself. The introduction of Utica Kid further complicates matters. The Kid, McLane's brother, is a key member of Harbin's gang. Audie Murphy, a genuine war hero, brings a chilling and unsettling quality to the role. He embodies the hardened outlaw, seemingly devoid of remorse. Yet hints of vulnerability flicker beneath his hardened exterior, suggesting the lasting impact of his brother's protection. Their relationship, tinged with both affection and resentment, is a powerful exploration of the ties that bind and the choices that can irrevocably sever them. Throughout the perilous journey, McLaine faces constant challenges to his moral code. He's forced to confront the consequences of his past actions and the role he played in shaping his brother's path. The film doesn't offer easy answers or simplistic moral pronouncements. Instead, it presents a complex moral landscape where choices are rarely black and white, and the lines between right and wrong become blurred in the face of desperate circumstances. Night Passage is not just about McLane's physical journey, but also his internal one. He's seeking redemption, not through grand heroic gestures, but through acts of quiet courage and unwavering determination to do what he believes is right, even when it goes against his personal desires and loyalties. His relationship with Joey Adams plays a crucial role in this transformation. The boy's vulnerability and unspoken need for protection serve as a catalyst for McLane's reawakening. He becomes a surrogate father figure, offering the boy the security and guidance he himself lacked. The film's climax is not a spectacular shootout, but a tense confrontation between McLaine and his brother. The showdown is less about gunplay and more about the emotional and psychological impact of their fractured relationship. McLaine is forced to choose between his loyalty to his brother and his commitment to protecting the railroad and the community it serves. His decision, while painful, ultimately reflects his commitment to a higher moral standard. The ending of Night Passage is deliberately ambiguous and understated. The railroad is saved, the payroll is delivered, and the threat of Harbin's gang is eliminated. However, McLane's future remains uncertain. He doesn't ride off into the sunset as a celebrated hero. Instead, he continues his journey, still burdened by his past, but perhaps with a renewed sense of purpose and hope. He has begun to atone for his mistakes and has found a measure of redemption in protecting the innocent and upholding his personal code of honor. Several elements contribute to the enduring appeal of Night Passage. James Stewart's nuanced performance is central to its success. He portrays McLaine with a quiet intensity and vulnerability that resonates with the audience. He's not a flawless hero, but a flawed man struggling to overcome his past and find his place in a world that is rapidly changing. The supporting cast is equally strong. Audie Murphy delivers a compelling portrayal of Utica Kid, capturing the character's complexity and inner turmoil. Dan Duryea is perfectly cast as the ruthless and calculating Whitey Harbin, providing a formidable antagonist. And Brandon DeWild's portrayal of the silent and enigmatic Joey Adams adds a layer of mystery and emotional depth to the film. The film's cinematography, by William H. Daniels, is another notable aspect. The stunning landscapes of the Colorado Rockies provide a dramatic backdrop for the story. The use of VistaVision enhances the visual impact of the film, capturing the vastness and beauty of the American West. However, Night Passage did not receive universal acclaim upon its release. Some critics found the plot convoluted and the pacing slow. Others criticized the film's lack of traditional Western action. However, in retrospect, these elements can be seen as strengths, contributing to the film's unique and unconventional approach to the genre. Night Passage is a film that rewards multiple viewings. With each viewing, new layers of meaning and nuance are revealed. It's a film that challenges the viewer to consider the complexities of human nature and the difficult choices that individuals must make in the face of adversity. It's a story about regret, redemption, and the enduring power of loyalty, even when tested by circumstance. In conclusion, Night Passage is a compelling and underrated Western that showcases James Stewart's remarkable acting range and Anthony Mann's directorial skill. It's a film that transcends the typical tropes of the genre, offering a more nuanced and thought-provoking exploration of the human condition. It's a ballad of a man riding a rail of regret, ultimately finding his way toward a glimmer of hope, and a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to overcome even the most daunting challenges. It's a film that deserves to be rediscovered and appreciated for its artistic merits and its insightful portrayal of the complexities of life in the American West.